Today, we're diving into Next Station London. It's this really clever flip and write game where you get to design your own version of the London Underground map. My goal here is super simple, to get you from opening the box to actually playing your first game in, well, just a few minutes. By the end of this, you'll be ready to go. So here's what we'll cover. We'll look at your goal, run through the really quick setup, explain how to play a turn, and then, of course, break down how scoring works, both for your lines and at the end of the game. Let's jump in.
Okay, first things first. What are we actually trying to do here?
It really just boils down to this. You want to build the most efficient, highest scoring underground network. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. That's it.
Right, with that in mind, let's get the game on the table.
You'll see the setup is incredibly fast.
Okay, so first, everyone grabs a map sheet. Then, each of you takes one of the 4 colored pencils. Don't worry about which color you get to start. And finally, someone just needs to shuffle the 11 station cards and put them in a face-down pile. And believe it or not, that's the entire setup. You're ready to play.
Now for the good stuff. How does the game actually work? Well, it all happens over 4 rounds.
In each of those 4 rounds, you're going to use whatever colored pencil you have to draw one complete underground line. Once a round is over, you'll pass your pencil to the player on your left. So by the time the game is done, everyone will have designed a network using all 4 of the colors. Now, the most basic thing you'll be drawing is what the game calls a section. It's literally just a straight line connecting 2 adjacent station symbols on your map. Your whole line gets built one section at a time.
One of the best things about this game is that everybody plays at the same time, so it moves really quick. The controller just flips the top card, everyone looks at the symbol, a square, circle, whatever, and then you all draw one new section on your own map, connecting to a station that matches that symbol.
Now, there are a few really important rules you have to follow when you're drawing. Number 1, your very first section of the line must start from your departure station. That's the one on the map that matches your pencil color. After that, every new section has to connect to one of the open endpoints of your line. You can't just branch off from the middle. Third, and this is a big one, your lines can never cross any other line, not even your own. And finally, you can't loop back and draw through a station that's already part of the line you're working on. If you ever find you can't draw a legal section, you just have to sit out that turn.
You'll also run into a couple of special cards. The first one is the Joker. When this pops up, you get to connect your line to a station with any symbol you want. This is awesome for reaching a specific spot on the map.
Okay, next up is the railroad switch. This one is a real game changer. When it's flipped, you can draw your new section starting from any station that's already on your current line, not just an endpoint. This is how you create branches and really expand your network across the map.
So, how do you know when a round is over? Simple. You keep an eye out for the underground cards. They're the ones with the pink and yellow background. As soon as that 5th one is revealed, the round immediately ends.
All right, let's talk points. After each of the 4 rounds, you're going to score the line you just finished building. Scoring each line is basically a 3-step process. First, you're going to count how many of the 13 different city districts your line travels through. Second, you look for the one district where you have the most stations and count them up. And third, you just count how many times your line crosses the River Thames. Then you plug those numbers into a pretty simple formula. You multiply the number of districts you visited by the highest number of stations you had in any single one of those districts. To that, you add 2 points for every time you cross the Thames.
So let's just do a quick example. Say your line went through 6 districts, and in your best district, you had 3 stations, and you crossed the Thames once. You'd multiply 6 by 3, which is 18, then add 2 points for the river crossing. That gives you a grand total of 20 points for that line.
After you've played all 4 rounds and you've got 4 beautiful lines drawn on your map, it's time for the final tally to see who actually won.
Your final score is made up of 3 things. First, you just add up the scores from all 4 of your lines. Then, you'll get some bonus points if you manage to connect to any tourist sites. And finally, you get a potentially huge bonus for creating what are called interchange stations. So, interchange stations are any station where more than one of your lines connect, and these are a fantastic way to rack up points. Every station where 2 of your lines meet gets you 2 points. If 3 lines meet, that's 5 points. And if you pull off the really impressive feat of connecting all 4 lines at a single station, that's worth a massive 9 points. So, once you've added up your 4-line scores, your tourist points, and your interchange points, you've got your final score. The player with the highest total wins. And if you're tied, the win goes to whoever had the single highest scoring line during the game.
And before you go, here's a little tip for your first game. Really pay attention to those tourist sites on the map, the ones with the little compass symbol. Connecting them is a major source of endgame points. And that central station with the question mark, it's wild, which means you can connect to it on any turn, and it's a tourist site. It might just be the most valuable spot on the whole map.
And really, that's everything you need to know. You're going to flip cards, draw lines, and create the best underground network London has ever seen. You are officially ready to play. So, what's that first line going to look like?